Welcome back to our channel. Let's dive into a haunting tale that will keep you on the edge of your seat. In the dead of night, Rose da Silva desperately searches for her daughter, Sharon. Her voice echoes through the darkness as she anxiously calls out, "Sharon, where are you?" Joined by her husband, Chris, the two parents scour the eerie surroundings, fearing the worst. Their search leads them beneath a highway, through a strange river, and up to a towering waterfall. It's there that Rose spots Sharon, standing precariously on the other side, seemingly entranced in a sleepwalker's trance. From Sharon's point of view, the world around her crumbles into chaos, as if reality itself is dissolving into some nightmarish version of hell. Rose, driven by motherly instinct, rushes to her daughter's side just in time to prevent her from stepping off the cliff into nothingness. As she wakes Sharon, the little girl begins to scream, "Silent Hill! Silent Hill!" over and over, the words sending chills down Rose's spine. Chris, who arrives moments later, tries to calm his family, but both he and Rose know that this is far from over. 2 years have passed, but the haunting memory of that night still lingers. Sharon, now older, leans against a tree, absorbed in her coloring. She's drawing herself next to a lion, a peaceful scene that hides the turmoil within her young mind. Rose approaches, and the two share a brief, playful moment before Rose brings up the subject that has been troubling them both: Sharon's sleepwalking and her repeated mention of Silent Hill. Sharon, with a look of confusion, claims she doesn't remember anything about it. Rose, with a determined tone, replies, "That's why we're going there, so you can remember." The decision has been made. They embark on a journey, passing a sign that ominously reads, "Angels shall be judged by saints, people, and not the other way around." Meanwhile, Chris, left behind, is desperately trying to reach Rose, but his calls go unanswered. He begins to dig into the mystery of Silent Hill, uncovering dark secrets about the town. It's located in West Virginia, one of the most haunted places in America, known for a devastating underground fire that occurred 30 years ago, wiping out nearly the entire population. As night falls, Rose and Sharon arrive at Brahms gas station, located near the entrance to Silent Hill. The atmosphere is thick with tension. As Rose steps out of the car, she notices something disturbing. Sharon's drawings have changed. Once innocent depictions of everyday scenes, they now show people burning inside buildings, twisted and terrifying images that leave Rose unsettled. When she questions Sharon about the drawings, the little girl bursts into tears, insisting she didn't create them. A nearby police officer, Sybil Bennett, takes notice of the commotion but doesn't intervene yet. Trying to calm her daughter, Rose offers Sharon the front seat and goes inside to pay. She's met with resistance when she asks for directions to Silent Hill. The road is closed, and her credit card has been declined. Unfazed, Rose pays with cash and calls Chris, but instead of explaining, she asks him to trust her, a request that only heightens his concern. Outside, the cop, now suspicious, approaches Rose, but she brushes her off and drives away, only to be followed moments later by the same officer. As they approach the turnoff to Silent Hill, Rose spots the sign and makes a quick decision. She tells Sharon to buckle up and speeds through a padlocked gate, leaving the officer chasing her on a motorcycle. As Rose races down the old bridge leading into Silent Hill, she sees a figure step into the road. In a panic, she swerves to avoid it, crashing the car into an embankment. The next morning, Rose awakens with a throbbing headache and a sinking realization. Sharon is gone. The once familiar world around her has transformed into a desolate, eerie landscape, with black ash falling like snow from the sky. A sign reads, "Welcome to Silent Hill." Rose, disoriented and terrified, stumbles into the abandoned town, calling out for her daughter. She catches a glimpse of a little girl who looks exactly like Sharon and instinctively gives chase. Her pursuit leads her into a nightmarish version of reality, where the world has become a twisted, decaying hellscape. The streets are empty, the buildings crumbling, and an ominous air raid siren blares in the distance. In her desperate search, Rose stumbles upon a figure strung up and gutted, a horrifying sight that chills her to the bone. She catches another glimpse of the Sharon lookalike, but before she can reach her, she's surrounded by ghostly children with pale, gray faces. These spectral figures attack her, their banshee-like wails echoing through the darkness. Rose fights them off and manages to escape, finding herself in an abandoned bowling alley where Ring of Fire plays eerily on a jukebox. She's alone, her wounds a stark reminder that what she's experiencing is no mere dream. Determined to find Sharon, Rose continues her search, encountering a disheveled homeless woman named Dahlia Gillespie. Dahlia's cryptic warnings about the town and its dark secrets only add to Rose's growing sense of dread. When Dahlia sees a locket with Sharon's picture, she becomes hysterical, claiming the girl in the photo is her own daughter. Rose, desperate for answers, tries to reason with her, but Dahlia's ramblings offer little clarity. Meanwhile, Chris, unable to reach Rose, decides to take matters into his own hands. He arrives at the gas station, questioning the mechanic who denies any knowledge of Rose's whereabouts. Determined, Chris heads toward the bridge, where he meets Detective Thomas Gucci. The detective informs Chris that Sybil Bennett, a deputy known for a heroic act 3 years earlier, is on the other side, likely with Rose. Back in Silent Hill, Rose retraces her steps to the car and finds a drawing of a school, Midwich Elementary. She realizes that Sharon's drawings are clues, leading her deeper into the heart of Silent Hill. She tries to contact Chris, but all he hears is static. Rose tells him about her discovery and decides to head to the school, unaware that danger is closing in on her. As Rose approaches the school, she's intercepted by Sybil Bennett, who is now convinced that something is terribly wrong. The two women form an uneasy alliance as they navigate the nightmarish streets of Silent Hill. Their journey is fraught with terror, as they encounter horrifying creatures, including a monstrous figure with no arms that spits acid. Rose and Sybil make it to Midwich Elementary, a place where the past and present collide in disturbing ways. The school is a relic of Silent Hill's dark history, its walls bearing the marks of cruelty and suffering. In the main office, Rose finds a set of keys and a flashlight, tools that will prove invaluable in the trials ahead. As they explore the school, Rose discovers a journal belonging to a girl named Alessa Gillespie, filled with the tormented thoughts of a child ostracized and ridiculed by her peers. Following a series of clues, Rose enters the bathroom where she encounters the grotesque, contorted body of the school janitor, Colin. The sight is horrifying, but Rose steels herself and retrieves a key from his mouth, a key that leads to room 111 at the Grand Hotel. As the darkness begins to descend again, transforming the town into its hellish counterpart, Rose and Sybil are pursued by grotesque creatures, including a massive figure with a pyramid-shaped helmet. The tension is unbearable as they narrowly escape the relentless monsters, finally reaching the Grand Hotel. Inside, they meet a woman named Anna, who is fiercely religious and believes that the horrors of Silent Hill are the result of divine punishment. Anna leads them to room 111, hidden behind a torn painting. Inside, they find a series of tunnels connecting the hotel to other parts of the town, leading them deeper into the nightmare. Meanwhile, Chris continues his investigation, breaking into the town archives to uncover the truth about Silent Hill. He discovers a disturbing report about Alessa Gillespie, a girl who was horribly burned in a fire. The photograph of Alessa shocks him. She looks exactly like Sharon. Rose, Sybil, and Anna's journey through the tunnels leads them to a series of shocking discoveries about the town's dark past. They learn about a cult that practiced human sacrifices, believing they were cleansing the town of evil. The horrors that Rose has witnessed are the manifestations of the town's cursed history, fueled by the suffering of innocent victims like Alessa. As the siren blares once more, signaling the return of the darkness, Anna is gruesomely killed by the Pyramid Head, leaving Rose and Sybil to face the cult alone. They are brought before Christabella, the leader of the cult, who reveals that the demon they seek resides in Brookhaven Hospital. Christabella, however, brands Rose a witch upon discovering the locket with Sharon's picture and orders her execution. In a desperate act of defiance, Sybil sacrifices herself to allow Rose to escape. Rose descends into the depths of Brookhaven Hospital, where she confronts the true source of Silent Hill's curse, a twisted version of Alessa, born from the girl's suffering and hatred. Rose learns that Alessa's pain has created a parallel dimension, a place where her tormented spirit can seek revenge on those who wronged her. In a harrowing final battle, Rose confronts the demon, using her love for Sharon to reach the remnants of Alessa's humanity. With a final act of mercy, Rose frees Alessa from her torment, breaking the curse that has plagued Silent Hill for decades. With the curse lifted, Rose and Sharon are finally reunited. But as they leave Silent Hill, the town's eerie hold remains. They return home, but something is wrong. Their world is still covered in a ghostly fog, the line between reality and nightmare blurred forever. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like and subscribe for more thrilling movie stories and updates.